So, social psychology is the name of the field whose name I couldn't think of a moment ago. And there are actually a couple of other applications that I thought of for a system whose value is maximizing the measurable attributes of relational health in its participants, or for its participants, or exhibited by its participants, however you want to put it. One is that you could completely change the numeraire, like the basis of value, from clicks or dollars spent or logins or time spent or whatever, on the platforms that people interact with, to ones that indicate to something, again, like something that indicates health or beneficialness or something. This will not be popular or generically embraced or like universally embraced by all website developers or whatever, because sometimes some of them just want to sell ads. Like that's what they do. But not all do. And even among the ones that do, that may not be their only goal. Like they may have some sense of social responsibility, and they may want to, maximize some kind of other interaction or economic valuation, while not exceeding some threshold of damaging interactions. Or maybe you want to maximize helpful interactions while also maintaining a minimum of revenue earned or something like that. But it could be possible to evaluate and optimize for the helpfulness of interactions on a participant by participant basis. That's also different from just like stickiness. For instance, like slot machines promote a very preoccupied style of interaction or attachment, you might say. That's what they're designed to do. So in some ways, these things may, like the healthfulness versus the intensity of the interaction may not be directly correlated, and they might not be directly correlated to profitability. But I'm pretty sure we don't want to just build a society of glorified, intelligent, empathetic, but manipulative and psychopathic glorified slot machines. Like, that's not where I want to live. We can do better. Yep. But that would be easy to fall into if we don't examine our assumptions about what makes interaction desirable. It isn't just how badly you want it. Yeah. Or like what you're willing to sacrifice to make it happen or whatever, Because addictions and attachments aren't wholly discernible from one another either. So they're suggesting definitely isn't a set of hard and fast rules that would define appropriate, ethical constraints. This isn't a set of prohibitions or prescriptions for that matter. But it would be a system for developing heuristics and characterizing outcome quality it's like a utilitarian style of measurement framework. But again, I don't know if utile is exactly the right word, partly because so often it's like substituted one for dollar, and dollars extracted doesn't necessarily mean benefit created. So that's how it would be necessary to define a numeraire of measurement that is not strictly economic, that does encompass relational benefit. And here's the challenging part. We haven't solved this even among human beings yet, but one that isn't itself gained, such that people then, get sucked into the interaction system in ways that it's loud. In ways that distort life, such that now they're just trying to maximize the number of likes or whatever that they get. Fortunately, the number of likes garnered by users of a system doesn't necessarily have to be linearly correlated to the measurable human benefit that system produces through its interactions. So loud. And in fact, you'd be able to see, when those things are inversely correlated, what kinds of interactions improve explicit engagement measurements in ways that are detrimental to the user's health. Or, this is one of the things that I feel like is probably just drastically underappreciated and undermeasured. For many interaction tools, one of the best measures of how good the interaction is how little you need to use it, right? If I'm using my health insurance company's website, its merit is not commensurate with the amount of time I spend on the website or the number of clicks that I make or whatever, right? Kind of the opposite. Not that would be especially directly applicable to reinforcement learning techniques unless you translated it through a layer of A/B testing or something. I don't know. But maximizing humans' interaction with computer systems is not the same as maximizing human benefit from computer systems. And so a lens that prioritizes relational quality would have to give up the conceit that that the best human-computer interaction is the most. Or that the best machine-genic change is the biggest one, or whatever. The opportunities for nuance and therefore digression are infinite, so I'm not going to try to cover every base here and now, but yeah, a generic theory of social psychology that's based not specifically on characterizing specific groups or cultures, or prioritizing or promoting any particular creed or other like amalgam of, precepts and goals and stuff. Basically, I'm talking about taking all of the philosophy out of ethics and replacing it with math and long-term health outcomes. It could work.